Hello, folks, and welcome to the Gamesline podcast. This week, it's. I feel like it's a bit more laid back. I'm not feeling the gamer stress, perhaps. Maybe because a great weight has been lifted off my shoulders. We could talk about that in a moment. Yeah, I'm John. I'm here. I'm hosting. I'm ready to speak about video games with you all. And with me this time is Maverick. Maverick, what is going on with you?
I don't know. Happy Left-Handers Day.
Happy Left-Handers Day, everybody. Thank you to everyone who uses their left hand.
That's right.
And a cursed bombardment of hell to all righties, including myself. Everyone is pelting me with sticks as we speak, and I just have to take it because it's left hand day.
Yeah, and you don't even know what direction they normally would come from. You can't prepare for it.
I would expect for it to be coming at me from my left because they would be approaching and then using their right hands, but no, they're coming at me from the right, and that's leaving me a little unprepared because they're swinging from their left hands. Something to think about for sure. But
the day of the South Paw.
Absolutely. Now, something that all of us can participate in, whether you are a right-handed person or a left-handed person, is a video game.
Yeah, that's one activity I could think of.
Swinging a baseball bat.
Closer.
Writing a note to your friend.
All right.
Holding the hand of a loved one. Taking a big ol' swig from a brewski.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what hand you're holding. You just put your all into it. That's what matters. Gaming. It continues to happen, and we have done nothing to stop it. We will be punished for our crimes. There's been some news going on. We've been playing some games. Maverick, would you like to speak on some things that have gone on with you? Do you want to tell the listeners any non-gaming things that have been going on in your life, perhaps, before we progress? I'm sorry?
I don't know. It's been a week. I haven't been on the pod for a bit. I mean,
that is
we
true.
both went. We were both at Otakon. We, you know, I'm sure you had gone already at length about that experience.
Yes.
Gaming happened. I mean, I don't know. There's nothing I can think of that's been like, super extraordinary.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, me either. I've just been working. I did just have to on the way home today. I did have to. And when I say rescue a dog, I didn't do any like daring deed or anything like that.
No, you literally had to open a bear's mouth and just like take the dog away, holding it by the nape of the neck with your teeth.
Yeah, no, I did not do that. As I was pulling up from work, there was just a dog running around out on the road, and so I pulled over, and as soon as I opened the door, the dog just ran up and jumped in my car, and then was all over me like it was my best friend. And you know what? In that moment, it was. It had its owner's number on its name tag, so I called them and they came and picked him up. But for a short while, I just got to hang out with that cute little dog, and I was just like, "You're a little rascal, and you shouldn't run away from home, but it's okay because you're safe now." And it was very cute, and it was a spring in my step that I needed for sure, just to hang out with an animal for a small amount of time. But we while we're not participating in real life, we are oftentimes gaming. So, Maverick, Evo has inspired a lot of us, I think. And you were inspired to play Street Fighter 6 because that game is very good. What have you been up to in Street Fighter 6? What have you been practicing?
I've just been back at it. I mean, ever since Evo hit, it's kind of like, wow. This is a game to like be a part of, and to it's the most hot that a fighting game has been in a minute, I think, because prior to that, it's like you had, let's say, Mortal Kombat releases frequently enough, but if you're not immediately drawn to that, it could not, be your cup of tea. Tekken has been in a weird limbo where 7 has just been around for a while, but the meta has been so excavated and figured out that even if, I were to jump into that wholesale, it's there are only so many characters that really you see get picked out at a competitive edge. But, with Street Fighter 6, it's so curious to see something so new and so just brimming with possibilities on what those eventual changes are going to be, even as we're waiting for, eventual big patches, eventual big updates. Right now, it's at the most free form that it'll ever be. And this feels like a good time to jump in and really get a feel for what's going on. I picked up Ken. I am Kenuff.
Good.
I will always be Kenuff, but that was a good way to not only pick up the basics of the game itself, but Ken is a fun character to me. I like being able to work with the strings that he's got. Really, seeing higher level players get to it as well. Was it Big Bird or Angry Bird? I think Angry Bird.
Angry Bird.
Yeah, Angry Bird winning Evo, which then to find out today at a Saudi Arabian tournament, he got beat up by Kakaru, who, fought up from losers with a really solid JP, but apparently had another issue where something in a combo that he was setting up just didn't connect, and that affected something, but that was a 3-1 win for a reset, and then just won out straight 3-0. Nuts.
There you go.
Completely bonkers. Yeah. But yeah, it's just been this whole week has just been me mainly going through and fighting with people and, just getting more familiarity with the game.
Mm-hmm.
From it, I've been starting to get at least aware of some of the matchups that are coming up, some of the ways that, ultimately my game is to get in and just get, aggressive.
Yeah.
That is sort of the way any Shotos work. That's a way that Ken works. And it's I've got the phantom image of the flowchart in the back of my mind. And it's I can't revert to this. Maybe
right.
I can go Unga Bunga for a week. But from that, I've got to start learning. I've got to just start knowing what exactly are my options and what exactly do I have to do. I actually had I am part of a Discord that specifically is, people with interests in various fighting games. What is it? The RTVS Fight Zone. Not sponsored. I mean, we're all community servers, so it's not like they can anyway. But, outside of just already being there for other hangouts and stuff, I've been able to actually start using this channel as a way to meet people to hit up, do first to tens, get really long sets in, and really just get familiar with specific matchups, higher level play. This morning, I ended up doing a first to 10 with a JP player, and she was really able to break down, a lot of what JP's kit is, and not only in a way that was already understandable to me, but really was something to, highlight in terms of if I'm already having the baseline of I need to get in order to avoid the zoning, here is exactly how to preempt moves and specific tools in JP's arsenal so that I can get in, and what my options are in order to do that. So, shout out Dr. Slotch in the Fight Zone, one of the realest coaches out there. But, yeah, overall, I've just been, getting back into it, and it's been fun as hell. The good thing about a game that is so quick, that is so immediately, easy to pick up, is that unless you're fighting a real asshole, you're gonna have a good time, even when you're in the process of learning, taking those L's. That is a way to build up on what you're, getting together for the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all about just figuring out what you need to take from each fight and then applying it.
That's right.
So yeah, you're loving Streets. That's a good. I gotta hop on that too more. I also very much love Street Fighter 6, and yeah, I would. Oh my god, I would love to hop on and play some more. But also, I am hearing the call of the wild in a way, because I finished Rain and again, since that stress has been lifted off of my back, I am now able to play Pikmin 4 unabated. And no, yeah, I came away from Rain at the end of it not really feeling mad, not feeling anything other than just like a vague disappointment and a confusion. I don't know what that game is trying to say. I don't know what that game is trying to convey in its theming. It just feels like it exists to have twists, and they just didn't really think about what they wanted to do to say something about what the world is like, what the criminal justice system is, what a detective is. And because of using that framing for its story, it just comes across as just very irresponsible. Because I think if you just take the story at completely face value, it's like, oh yeah, a bunch of crazy shit happened. That's wacky. But if you put it in any kind of context whatsoever, it falls apart completely. Just ignoring very terrible things happening to a ton of people and not really thinking about it that hard. Just kind of pointing at it for like a second and being like, that's crazy, right? Yeah, it is. Like, no, go back to that. Is something going to happen about that? Is something going to change because of this really horrible thing that's been going on for ages and no? Oh, okay. And this is the good ending? Oh, okay. It's very bizarre. Very bizarre game. And I feel like I don't need to play any. I'm not. You know, Kodaka's out there being like, oh well, you know, there might be a sequel. I'm good, man. I'm fucking good, man.
Yeah, you were having a whole experience with Raincoat, I gotta say.
Like, I just kind of feel empty now. I'm just like, dude, that's just that second case was offensively bad, and then the rest of the game kind of just happened up until the end, where it was just that. It also just kind of happened, but in a very different way, in a way that was just trying a lot of things, and they were all things that I could have been excited about if there was any sort of, like, good context to it.
Right, and like, I guess my thought would be, does Danganronpa have that?
I would say that the first two Danganronpa games are very much, like, setting up a world and, like, it not necessarily reflecting real life, but just maybe just, like, having these scenarios and just sort of like over exaggerating how real life is and how just like being alive and competing with other people for things in this world is, and how instead things are better if you work together, and you know that there may always be this looming threat above us that is kind of not really a tangible aspect of life, but something that is like more situational or more conceptual, but you know, working together will always work out better than competing against each other. But then V3 was just like, yeah, but what if actually it was all fake and everything that you cared about before wasn't true, and also you're a bad person for even thinking about it, for even liking those other games. It's just, nah, man. Nah. I think Kodaka is just really bad. Really bad at, like, creating context for his stories. Like, I think he does really good stories, but people need to just, like, figure out how to give them a world, give them, like, a full concept, so that way they aren't just bullshit that sucks.
Right. Well, I'm glad you're out of it now.
And now I'm into Pikmin. You know what you can do with Pikmin? You can go around and you can toss all your fucking little guys and get them to carry stuff. and solve little puzzles. And it's really fun. It's super, super fun.
Huh.
It's good. I love when they're making noises as they're carrying stuff. So they added a lot of new things in Pikmin 4. At the very least, perhaps new to me. I didn't really ever get into any of those like challenge modes in Pikmin 3, which I think some of these things are from.
Right.
But the new things that they've added are there's Dandori battles and Dandori challenges, which they are introducing the concept of Dandori, which basically just means like being able to multitask in a way that doesn't overwhelm you. Just like being able to spread your, delegate, as it were. Not really like multitasking, but just delegation. Good delegation. And so the Dandori challenges are, they basically just plop you in a map and they go, okay, collect as many items and like enemies and just clear out as much of this map as you can within this time limit. And then the Dandori battles are just, there's a map and you're up against an opponent and you're trying to collect more stuff that is worth more than theirs. And then you get ranked based on like how much more you have than they do. So those are really fun. Like legit really, really fun stuff there. And then they also introduced a night mission mode, which they just take the daytime maps and then they spawn tougher enemies that are like pissed at you basically, and then you have to protect a tower. They just give you a tower defense minigame. And use glow Pikmin instead of your regular Pikmin, which they're pretty much the same. They're just a bit easier to keep track of because they automatically track to you because they don't got feet, they just fly over. And you just gather up little like glow crystals to make more instead of like, having to wait for like the pellets and to have them grow and all that. But then there's still a bunch of stuff with the regular missions that are still cool, like you're collecting items, and they have added so many more options, and I will say all of them make the game way easier, like way easier, but funner. Way more fun. Like, just the fact that you have a thing that you could press to bring your Pikmin to you from anywhere. I mean, it brings you to where you used the whistles. So, like, if you walk away, they stay over there. But, you could just have your dudes huddle up around you real quick. Or there's a drone you can use. You can scout out all the whole map.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then you also have your dog that you can ride. And it can also do a variety of different things. Like, it can help find treasures. It can help gather your Pikmin up. You can just ride him around. You can ride on him to swim, so that way you don't have to worry as much about your Pikmin drowning. You can carry stuff. You can level that up a ton. Like, the highest that I can see, at least right now, is that it could be equivalent to 100 Pikmin. I think I have him like equivalent to like 30 right now, which is still a lot. But I love the dog. It looks crazy. Like, it's got these big old bug eyes, so it looks like it's like it looks like it can't fucking. It looks like it doesn't know how to blink. It doesn't know how to like breathe properly. Basically, like it reminds me of like how people are like, oh yeah, pugs are like freaks of nature. They shouldn't look like that. Like Ochi reminds me of that. Like, he doesn't look like a pug, but he just looks like this fucked up creature that shouldn't exist, but that we love him anyway.
Right.
But it's fucking good. It's more Pikmin, but they just have added a ton more options. That's it. Like, that's all I needed. Like, I love every Pikmin game, and this is just that new. I would say like this definitely feels like a sequel to 2 more than anything, just because like there's like caves that you're going into, and Pikmin 2 is all about caves and like collecting treasure instead of like trying to stay alive. Like, it feels like they're alternating. Like, Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 3 are more about survival, and then 2 and 4 are more about treasure hunting.
Right.
And that, I like that those ideas. I like all that. So no, I really, really dig what they're doing with Pikmin 4. I don't have too much else to say. I don't think like it's just good.
Yeah.
Do you think are you thinking about picking it up at all, or are you?
I don't know. Like Pikmin has always been one of those things that's just like passed me by, and so
Sure.
I might get to it eventually. But there is, I literally wrote it down. Like that's me physically rolling now to look it up in my new planner that I got recently. I'm trying to plan now. I'm a planner
Wow, that's
guy.
good. It's a good thing to be.
Maybe it is. I kind of fucked it up so far. I haven't really wrote much in it, but what is it? We got. I'm still trying to get through 16.
Mm-hmm.
Tears of the Kingdom is still on my eventual list. I'm like kind of in the way in there, but that requires me to actually boot my Switch up. Good thing about that though is that GameFly is currently letting me pick that one up for 40 smackers. That's a whole $20, $30 off, so that I can then pick up Armored Core 6.
There you go.
Street Fighter 6 is still, like, genuinely, I want to try and at least make sure that I'm playing that, like, once a day, if nothing else, like, once a week.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get that going.
Right.
Spider-Man 2 is coming up. Mario Wonder's coming up. Those are, like, the main ones I really see myself getting into next. And then, eventually, I'm going to get to my trail stuff. But that is at least making sure that I get to, like, the latest installment by whatever it is that we're going to do for Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot, but then it seems like the holiday is actually going to be kind of chill from what I can tell so
time to catch
far.
up on stuff, for sure.
Oh, God, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Fuck. And that's like next week. This week. When's that released? Yeah, that's coming out on Friday, dog.
Oh,
what
boy.
the hell?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Oh, playing good games is what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know, like, I kind of skipped on the Baldur's Gate stuff. I know people are digging it.
Not my kind of game. I respect it, but I'm good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's see here. I guess we're just gonna get into the fucking news now, because
this feels like a quickie, but that's fine.
All right, let's get through this. Let's see here. All right, there was a Pokemon Presents this past week,
That there was.
and they barely talked about fucking anything. They didn't talk about anything interesting except for the end. They were like, "Hey, we're doing Pokemon Masters updates." Okay. They're doing Pokemon Cafe Remix. Okay. Mega Mewtwo's in Pokemon Unite. Sure. I don't know. Are people still playing? I guess people are still playing these games. Rose got fucking excited when she found out that Pokemon Cafe Remix was the same as some Yokai Watch game, and I was like, "You are on fucking drugs." She was like, "Why didn't anyone tell me it's like Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble?" I'm like, "Yeah, everyone knows Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble. We know that you need to be aware of all Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble updates."
Someone out there right now is like, "Oh shit, it's just like Yokai Watch Wibble Wobble," and they're also going to get it.
Well, you know what? It is free, so there you go. It is a free to play gacha game of some kind. I don't know what like changes about it. Like I don't know like what getting new Pokemon changes about it. Maybe it's just like, oh well, I want to have. I want to have Suicune in my cafe. I gotta pay money.
You get new helpers. Come on.
Alright, okay. I'm just being too much of a hater. I'm sorry. I played Pokemon Masters for a hot minute, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to play this anymore. I beat the entire story mode, and then everything else was just like grinding to make your stuff stronger, which was really funny because like it was this feedback loop thing where like I did the story mode just fine, didn't have to worry about it, but then, like, it was basically one of those things where it was, you're grinding to level up, like, little things, so you can do harder grinding, and so I was just like, I'm good, and then they added a bunch more story, and so I went to go re-download it, and then they erased my profile, so I didn't play it again, because I had Signasuit Lucamine. She had fucking Ultra Necrozma. Which maybe that's why I beat the story so fast, because I had fucking Ultra Necrozma. But
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. And hey, but you know what? If you have a Nintendo Switch Online and or the expansion pass. You can play some more Pokemon games. They put Pokemon Trading Card Game for Game Boy onto the Game Boy one, and they put Pokemon Stadium 2 on the N64 one. Still no actual Pokemon games. They probably never will, but Pokemon TCG is pretty fun. So, you know, if you're nostalgic for the first 3 sets, but you know what, those sets are good. Like that is one of those like formats. You know, if people do like past formats and stuff, like it's honestly a good format. I think they should release the Team Rocket the Great Team Rocket sequel on Switch Online. They need to translate it and put it out over here.
Oh, that'd be cool.
It would be really cool. I mean, there is an English translation if you want to play a patch, but I think that they should release it to the masses. I want people who don't know about romhacking.net to play this. You know, I want everyone to be able to just play it easily. That's the fun stuff, you know. Then we got 2 new Pokemon shows, animated web series. The first one is called Paldean Winds, which is a 4-episode series by Studio Wit, that is just about some kids at the Paldean Academy. Doesn't really seem too specific. Just a basic...
What if he actually put out some media at some point that showed us that, Paldea has a school?
I guess so, yeah. And then the other one is kind of interesting because it is a I think it's just straight up made by like a Western team. I don't think there's like an actual specified team that worked on this. It's called Pokemon Path of the Peak, and it's about like kids playing the trading card game. It's not. I don't know if they are in the Pokemon world or not. I guess the first episode is out, so I guess I could just watch it and find out. But yeah, it's just about some kids playing the trading card game. And you know what? The Pokemon trading card game is pretty cool. I've been seeing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players getting very pissed off because the deck that won Worlds this past weekend was $30. So all the Yu-Gi-Oh players who are like, oh, I have to spend $70 on a single copy of one card for my deck sometimes. And it's like, yeah, you can get the best deck in the format for $30. Complete. Everything. Like, nah. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like she's playing the game. The card game.
Okay, so it's not in the world. Okay, I mean, that's still fun.
Yeah.
They're adding more Paldea Pokemon to Pokemon Go. They're catching up. It sounds like they're trying to catch up to the games. They're gonna have every Pokemon in that soon. So if you're still playing Pokemon Go, there you go. They showed another trailer for Detective Pikachu Returns, which is out October 6th.
The bastard.
The bastard man. The little freak.
Little motherfucker freak.
Yeah. And then they announced a bunch of stuff for Scarlet and Violet, which, again, you know, Pokemon Worlds did just happen. So I'm going to kind of try to round that up because they revealed some stuff during Worlds too. I'm going to try to kind of include all of that together. So they said that the Teal Mask, which is the first DLC, that it will be coming out September 13th. So a month from now. Oh, I just realized that. Damn, a whole month from now. And Teal Mask will have, the characters, the Pokemon that they introduced already, Okidogi, Munkidori, and Fenzadipity. And something to do with the masked Pokemon as well. Bunch of new NPCs, etc., etc. There is a very popular, on Twitter.com, photographer girl who gives you a selfie stick so you can take better pictures. Which is nice. Like, that is actually a big help, because, you know, it was fun to take pictures in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but it would be nice to be able to take better stuff. Like, apparently you can even tell your Pokemon, like, sit! Like, stop moving! So you can actually take a normal picture with them. That's very helpful.
Please, I need this!
Yeah, stay still! And then also they talked about some stuff for the Indigo Disc, which is, you will go to Blueberry Academy, which is a different school, and face a new Elite Four, Lacey, Crispin, Amaris, and Drayton. And Drayton seems to be related to the dragon guy from Black and White, which is interesting. And they also introduced a bunch of new Pokemon. There is Arcaludon, which is the evolved form of Duraludon. So Duraludon from last gen has an evolution, and it looks like a big old bridge, which is fucking crazy. It looks like a bridge, and sometimes it also looks like a staple remover. There was also Driplin, who is the new evolved form of Applin, where basically there are two worms inside the apple at the same time, and it looks like a candy apple, which is very cute. And then at Worlds, they teased something about terrestrialization, which is scaring the shit out of me. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. They showed some sort of new Terra type, which is just a rainbow. And then they showed all the types at once. So, I don't know if this is like a brand new type, like the 19th type, or maybe it's something like, oh, you can terrestrialize into like a balanced type that does like maybe neutral damage to everything and also takes neutral damage from everything. Like that's what I'm guessing it's going to be basically. Like it's just going to be a neutral type, which could be interesting. Like I don't know if that'll like necessarily make anything broken, but I guess we'll see. Because I don't know. I try to keep up with competitive Pokemon, but I can see where people are coming from when they like talk about like, oh yeah, this is how I set this up, but I can never figure out like my own situations. Like when someone's like, oh yeah, I figured out how to do Annihilate and Mouse Hold stuff. So you just have Mouse Hold hit Annihilate 10 times, and then it uses Rage Fist and it does like 1 trillion damage. Like I'm just like, yeah, I never would have thought of that, but it works. Okay. So I'm sure someone will break it.
Yeah. I really find it funny that Paldea's whole theme is like, we're Spain, but also, you know, true to, I mean, I'll call them appropriating about this, motherfuckers, the Spanish pieces of shit. Speaking as a Latin American, of course. But no, we love Japan. We love Japan, dog.
Yeah, it's especially in the first DLC, like, they are just having, like, straight up, like Japanese festivals going on in your like the Spanish countryside.
Have you ever heard of the Tale of Momotaro? Oh, yeah, exactly. Dude, it's a Spanish classic.
Yeah, like the Indigo Disc thing, it's just like, yeah, it's just some like offshore school, whatever. But yeah, this one, it is
offshore school, also not anywhere like related to the region of Paldea.
No, yeah. I mean, I think that like like the thing is that like the Teal Mask doesn't even take place in Paldea. It's in a new area called Kitakami. So
yeah, and like you know
but
the immediate
still, yeah.
The first 2 DLC passes, get the fuck out of Spain. We have no use for you anymore, Paldea.
Yeah, but they are adding at least 200 Pokemon that were not in previously, and they did confirm that all the starters are going to be available. Like they said that in Indigo Disc, you're just going to be able to catch wild starters, like all the old ones, which is pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's not that hard to like just breed Pokemon or whatever, you know, like if someone has a starter, they can just breed 1 million of them and they trade 1 million of them on Wonder Trade, and then you can have 1 million of them too. But it is also just cool to be able to just be like, yeah, I went out and caught a Charmander. Like, I think this is no, it's not the first, because you could do it in Let's Go, but and there were also like island scan stuff in Sun and Moon, but I think this will be the first time you can catch some of those Pokemon wild. Like, I don't hold that to me, but I think at the very least for some of those starters is the first time you can catch wild ones. So that's neat. Oh yeah, and also you could also catch once you beat the game in Legends Arceus, you catch the starters in that too, which again, that's nice. But yeah, I don't know. 1 or 2 of them at least, I'm guessing. And they also introduced 2 new Paradox Pokemon, which does also pretty much mean that there is going to be another 2 Paradox Pokemon to complete the trio, because they introduced Paradox Raikou, which is called Raging Bolt, and Paradox, oh my god, it's Cobalion? Is that what that one is? I gotta double check. Cobalion. Yes, Paradox Cobalion, which is, Iron Crown. And, they each have new moves. Raging Bolt has a move called Thunderclap, which, always moves first, which, seems to even take precedent over moves that would move first. So, like, basically, even if something's using, like, quick attack or extreme speed, no, Thunderclap will hit first. And then there is, Iron Crown's move, which is, let me see what it says here. It is, Tachyon Cutter, which hits twice in a row, and is guaranteed to hit both hits. And they showed, like, Iron Crown fighting a Mimikyu. So Mimikyu's whole thing is it's got the disguise, so it can take a hit, and then it starts to take damage. Well, Tachyon Cutter will just break the disguise and then hit again. So that's neat. And I mean, people are also freaking out about Raging Storm, because it is Raikou, but a giraffe. It does have an extremely long neck for some reason, and it is very funny. So,
yeah, it's on that sauropod beat.
So we are all waiting with bated breath to see what Entei and Terrakion are going to look like, because, I mean, yeah, like Suicune and Raikou, like Walking Wake and Raging Storm are very funny. Like, I ended up kind of like falling in love with Walking Wake. Like, I really want to use I specifically want to make a Sun team, just because I want to use Walking Wake so much. But, god, yeah, Raging Storm is fucking hilarious. It is just it's so goofy looking. Or Raging Bolt, excuse me. And yeah, it's Electric Dragon, and then Iron Crown is Steel Psychic. And then, yeah, they actually added more moves, too, it seems like, which is pretty crazy. There's a new move called, let me see here, it is Psychic Noise, which does damage and then blocks the target from healing, so if they try to use, like, recover or rest or something, it just stops them from doing that. And then there is Upper Hand, which, oh, okay. So, geez, I wonder how this is going to work, because they're saying Upper Hand strikes before the target's priority move. So, does that mean that there's, like which is going to be faster? Is Upper Hand going to be faster than Thunderclap, or is Thunderclap going to be faster than Upper Hand? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. That's very confusing. Yeah, that's everything they announced. That's the, okay, no, it's not. I was wrong. There's also going to be a new event, a new raid battle, where from now until September 18th, you can type in the password "Get Your Mew," but the O is replaced with a 0, and you can get a free Mew that has a random Terra type. And basically, the goal of this Mew is to train it up to use in a battle against the mightiest marked Mewtwo that'll be available from September 1st to the 17th. So you're just trying to train up a Mew to defeat Mewtwo and catch him. So I think that's pretty cool, just to be like, yeah, I've got my custom badass Mew and I'm going to take down Mewtwo. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that for sure. I gotta train up my Mew. Because I got my shiny Mew, too. Don't get it twisted. I already have my perfect shiny Mewtwo. You know what? I might just use my Mewtwo. That's what we might be doing. Like, they gave me that Mew, and I'm thankful. But this might be time for a mirror match, and we're gonna see what's the best Mewtwo. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do.
You're gonna do it.
I gotta do it. But yeah, those are the Pokemon updates. Yeah, geez, that DLC is just a month away. I'm pretty stoked for that. I want to see how that shakes out. Let's see what other things have happened this past week. Yeah, we mentioned Baldur's Gate. And yeah, like, neither of us are playing it, so I'm sorry that we're not up on that per se.
I'm not telling you my penis options. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. C would probably be it, but I
don't know. But we can talk about some news involving it. In that, there was a post on Twitter pointing out that the localization team for Baldur's Gate 3, which, a huge game, tons of writing, lots and lots to localize. Pretty much everyone who worked on the localization for the game went uncredited. And the dev team, Larian, basically came out and said, hey, that was not our choice, and we are moving to get everyone who worked on it credited instead of just the company and the like CEO or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, like here, they quoted basically like, this was all Altigram Group. We reached out and compelled them to fix this. Full credits will be coming in by patch 1, they said. As soon as we were made aware, we took steps with Altigram to remedy this immediately. So I guess they were planning on it being hotfix 3, but now they are going to shoot for patch 1 to make sure that everything is squared away. Okay, it says all translators are credited except for those working for Altigram. Alright, so yeah, so they just have to specifically work with Altigram. So yeah, I mean, it's good that they just came out and were like, yeah, we're gonna make sure that they get credited. Kinda crazy that was something that they just weren't really aware of, but I mean, also, like, I also kind of get it if it's this gigantic game that you're developing and, you're not gonna be fully, like, who's looking at the credits when you're trying to fix that game right before it's coming out, I get it. But, again, good that they're fixing it, and, also really good that this is something that, like, it's not good that it happened, but it's good that this is a problem that is something that starts a fucking tizzy, and that you fix it. Yeah,
and especially the developers being like, oh yeah, we're gonna, like, get on this.
Yeah. What else we got here? QuakeCon was this past weekend, or this past week, too. And, I don't know, what else happens at QuakeCon? What I never hear anyone be like, oh man, QuakeCon was fucking crazy this year. Like, I mean, like, people who go, like, there's always announcements, but, like, what do you do at QuakeCon? I guess you just, like, land it up, right?
Hang out.
I guess. And I'm not saying that to, like, denigrate. I'm genuinely curious. If any of you have ever been to QuakeCon, let us know.
I mean, it, like, gets to the idea of the original, like, Star Trek conventions where I would assume that because there is so much, even if it's, like, for one specific property, there's at least so much to glean from it that, yeah, you'd be able to, like, make a whole, setup around it.
Sure. I mean, yeah, if it's just hanging out, I'm not going to talk shit. I love hanging out. Everyone should have a place to hang out. Boomer shooter fans, more than ever, are probably itching to have a place to hang out, so right. I respect it. But they announced at this particular QuakeCon a Quake 2 remaster, which is a pretty fucking sick remaster. If you're gonna remaster a game, this is how you should do it, because they got that nice remaster experience thing. They touched up the graphics, all that stuff. 4K, etc., etc. It includes the mission packs, so you got the expansions, and they added a new expansion. They got crossplay for the multiplayer. They got motion aiming if your controller supports it, and it's got Quake 2's N64 version on there also. You could just play the N64 version too. Like, that's great. They just got everything. Boom. $10. $10 for all that. And it's on everything. Like, I mean, if you had it already on Steam, it's a free update. It's on PS5, PS4, Xbox, Switch, everything. It's on Game Pass too. So try it. I'm sure you have something that can play Quake 2 4K edition. Or not 4K on Switch, I'm guessing. But, I have not played Quake 2, but I guess I should now. Because I have very easy access to it.
I guess.
I have Game Pass. Yeah, I got Game Pass. I'll try it. Have you ever played Quake of any kind?
Hell no. That was like in a
No?
detriment way. I just, I had the shit family PC. We were never going to get any sort of source engine running on that. I was too busy loading it up with viruses.
That's right. As is tradition.
Always.
This isn't really gaming news, but I suppose it is just news related to gaming. And I mean, Baldur's Gate and all that. Dungeons and Dragons, we have a bit of news here. Where one of the new source books, Bigby presents Glory of the Giants. I don't know who Bigby is. I'm just gonna. Why did I just Google Bigby? I'm just like, yeah, here's Bigby. Like, I probably should have expected this wasn't going to answer my question. But turns out that the artist who worked on this particular source book used AI to make some of the art. And it doesn't seem like they used it, like, fully. Just seems like maybe they used it to, like, fill out some stuff, maybe. But didn't seem like the artist, who's Ilya Shipkin, who also does a bunch of NFTs and stuff. So, I'm already not a fan of this guy. D&D was not made aware of this, and basically, just as soon as they were made aware, they just came out and were like, yeah, we're gonna keep working with this guy, which, maybe they probably shouldn't, but they said, from now on, yeah, no AI stuff. Like, if he's gonna work with us, he can't use any AI for his stuff. We are revising our guidelines. You can't use AI for any of our D&D stuff. They pretty much, like, immediately responded, like they gave the best possible response. Like, this guy, I mean, other than not working with this guy anymore, which, they probably shouldn't, but otherwise, yeah, they were just like, yeah, no, we're not allowing it. Fuck that. That's not what we're doing. So I respect that, at least. Wizards and, Hasbro and all of them have been doing some real shitty stuff lately, but I can at least respect that they responded very swiftly and precisely to that issue in the correct way, for sure.
Yeah, the least you can do after this kind of a fuck up.
And I've been dancing around this last one, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's a...
Go on.
There's a Hamilton-themed gacha game in Roblox now?
Awesome.
It says it has been endorsed by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
All right.
So here, I'm just gonna read some, like, some quotes from this Euronews article here. Hamilton Simulator players assemble a squad from characters in the musical, James Madison and Charles Lee, perhaps, and more valuable characters like Maria Reynolds and Angelica Schuler coming later to confront redcoats. Victories earn coins, which can be used to better arm companions as stronger enemies lurk. Each level has songs from the musical, used as a sort of sonic laser to wear down and defeat enemies.
Okay.
And yeah, there's a screenshot of mythical level Alexander Hamilton, like, shooting energy beams at a British soldier who has 3.5 million HP, it seems, which is really funny. Like, just having this, like, yeah, you have to do 3.5
That's a lot of
million
HP. It's gonna make me scream. Oh my goodness, I need a pie with custard cream.
Yeah, you could play that in Roblox
right now. My name is
Alexander
in Roblox. I'm gonna knock your socks off of your sore jocks.
Thank you, Mr. Miranda.
It's my pleasure. It's me, Lin-Manuel Miranda, and we're coming to Roblox. Why don't you take a gander? Don't ask my father what he did to Puerto Rico. God. My heart couldn't take it, Chico.
Well, there are hidden Easter eggs that only true fans of the Broadway production would notice, apparently. So,
if you're astute, if you're clever, you're gonna find these eggs. You better.
Hey, you hungry home invader!
Stop raiding our refrigerator. Yipes. He hit me with a hot dog. Twice! Dude, this is so fucking stupid.
It's really stupid.
It's so funny that it's like, we are...
They're doing this
like,
now. Like, what?
That musical is like 7 years old now. Like, I remember when it like opened up and everyone was like, whoa, holy shit, what if George Washington was a black man? What if Thomas Jefferson, the slave owner, was black? Man, that really makes you think about history, doesn't it?
It's one of those things that, like, at first blush, it's this really cool subversive thing, but if you dig deeper, it is very surface level, and it's just like, yeah, like, it was something that was supposed to be a commentary, and it was just very quickly accepted by the kind of people who it was supposed to be commentating on, you know? Like
the idea as well that, you know, like, oh, here's somebody from as far back as, like, the birthplace of the United States who could be, you know, a core conceit of the American dream or whatnot, but it's like, all right, you know, this is still somebody who takes advantage of and is very much, like, in place with the, like, white patriarchal structure that the United States has cultivated, and if not, like, helped sow for the common age. Like, it is very, very easy to pick apart.
Yeah.
There's still songs that work. Like, honestly, like, Leslie Odom Jr. is a gem in that soundtrack, and I'm sure that the parts where, you know, I clown on him, because Lynn is very much stuck in a Sugar Hill Gang style of flow, but there is a level of musicality that he still has. I'm not going to say he's talentless.
Yeah.
I know other people will, but I at least will, like,
concede on that notion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this is just the kind of a thing where it's like, you know, who is this for, truly?
Yeah, like I said, like, if this is supposed to be, like, for kids, I guess, like, it feels very, very dated. Like, if this had come out around when the show was big, it would make sense to me. You know, maybe not Roblox, but if they were like, hey, here's this, like, Minecraft experience or whatever. I mean, I know that Roblox was big back then too, but it wasn't as big as it is now. But, like, it just seems very, very dated. Like, I just don't see a child, like, finding out about this naturally, you know, like, if like your parents was listening to the music and then the kid was just like, oh, what's this? You know, like, this could be a way to learn about it. But now it's just like, who's listening to Hamilton actively right now? Like, even people who are, like, fans of Hamilton have experienced it. Like, you can watch what was it, like 2 years ago now? Maybe a year ago that they finally put, like, the Broadway recording on Disney Plus or whatever. Like, it's not, like, there is not a crest for this to ride on, you know? It just seems like a very random, weird thing to happen.
Right.
Man, I did just look that they added that they're doing the fucking Holocaust Museum thing in Fortnite, which, like, man, all that stuff is just, like, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just so bizarre, just being like, well, here I am, as Fry from Futurama at the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah.
Here I am as Miles Morales here at I'm web swinging and hitting the gritty while remembering this horrible thing that happened. Like, I get that this is, like, how you should maybe try to reach out to kids, but it's just so bizarre. I don't know. If you asked me how to do it, I certainly wouldn't say this, but I don't fucking know. I'm not an expert on reaching kids, on teaching, you know. I
just feel like you gotta let this lie.
Yeah, it's just something that you gotta, like, you just gotta teach them normally. Like, this is just something that should be in school, and that should be taught, and taught with the reverence and seriousness that it deserves. And, you know, if kids are having that much trouble focusing, that they need to say, all right, well, in between rounds of Fortnite, let's put our guns down and talk about millions of Jewish people dying. Like, it just feels super weird, and we should probably try to fix our kids' attention spans in some way. That TikTok ban should maybe actually happen. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a parent. I probably won't ever be. So that's just, that's just something I don't think I'll ever really understand. So
you're never going to raise a child up, but you got to know when to step up and make sure that you get your cup into the royalty of the, I don't fucking know. I was going somewhere
Victory
with it.
Royale, Fortnite. Yeah, when am I going to be able to play as Lin-Manuel Miranda in Fortnite? That's my question.
Someday. I'm trapped here in Fortnite. I'm trying to get my victory, but all I can do is hit the motherfucking gritty. Oh, sorry, mother freaking.
That's right. All right, well...
Oh, no, sir. There's no way you can bust this. Watch it out, because I'm going to hit you with the orange justice. And then he does the dance.
He does, yeah. I could see him doing it. Having a great time.
Whoever's editing this, make sure that whenever I do those raps, you get like a little, you put a beat under it.
So it sounds really good and real.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, if I Google Hamilton type beat, what'll I get?
Do you have to put on the Thomas Jefferson type beat from YouTube?
I'll get Thomas Jefferson type beat.
That one.
Yeah, put that up.
Yeah, there you go.
Anytime that I rapped.
There you go. All right. Is there any other gaming news things that you wish to discuss before we go to questions and then wrap this in a nice bow?
I'm good.
All right. If you want to send in a question, you can go to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask, and you will sound like these folks right here. Here we go. You know what? We can segue right into this. Bigger Challenges asks, the Hamilton Roblox game got me thinking about edutainment games in a weird roundabout way. Did any of you play edutainment games growing up? And if so, are there any that you fondly remember? Also, what is a better game to advertise with the hashtag HamWeek? Is that what they're is that the advertisement hashtag they're using for the Hamilton? I'm going to look this up. I'm going to see what's going on in the HamWeek tag right now.
I mean, obviously I can tell you that would be better suited for the Heathcliff game whenever that comes out.
That's true. Yeah, that is what they're posting on even our OG hashtag HamFam have their favorite tracks. What's yours? Oh, I guess they're advertising. I guess it's the anniversary of Hamilton, so they're just posting about Hamilton. On Twitter, I guess so, of some way.
Was it that fucking god? Right, January. Well, no, wait, that was January when it premiered.
Then I guess they just decided that this was the week. I guess for some reason.
No, okay. It was off Broadway February, transferred over to Richard Rodgers on Broadway officially on August 6th. So, yeah.
It's his anniversary of its Broadway debut. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, the answer definitely is just that we should fucking, that we should have a new Heathcliff game, where, we're floating with chewing gum balloons and, there should be a boss battle either against or teaming up with the garbage ape. The possibilities are nearly endless.
Yeah, but I was going to say, I was a Jumpstart kid.
Me too, yeah.
Definitely remember Jumpstart popping off.
Mm-hmm. When my family got a computer for the first time, which sealed my fate, I guess I should just say right there. Yeah, they got this big old stack of just a bunch of Jumpstart games, and I was maybe in like second, or no, I might have just been like in first grade, but it was the Jumpstart stuff from like first to fifth grade. It was like the whole thing, and I just blew through them all, and that definitely like set me up for just grade school. Like I was just fine through grade school because of that. Basically, like I probably struggled with a couple of things here and there as children are to do, but. Just having that foundation was really, really helpful, I would say.
Yeah, I was also a Hooligans kid.
I might have done that. I don't remember it really.
I just remember this one, like, there's this one game where it's like you and like another person were like football players, and you like push each other to one side or another. Like very, very low effort, like fighting game mechanic, but a lot of fun. Kid oriented internet. That's what we need.
Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Like, you know, I don't know if anyone was, I don't know if I was clowning on it maybe, but like, honestly, if Neopets does come back in a big way, that'll actually be really nice. Like, straight up. That'll just be good for the world. Oh, and I also played some humongous games, for sure, too. I don't know if those are really edutainment. They're more just, like, good adventure games for kids. Like, I remember playing a couple Freddy Fish games and maybe, like, a Pajama Sam or two. I think it was mostly Freddy Fish, though, for some reason. I think those were just the ones that, like, my parents bought with the computer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely have some fond memories of Freddy Fish. And then that time that someone, like, found that there was, like, a scene of Freddy sacrificing his friend to the eel or whatever hidden on the game. I think that was definitely one of those childhood ruined moments, you know? Like, I was like, oh god, what the fuck's going on there? I mean, it's kind of funny, though. But then, like, I think Limited Run released those on a fucking cartridge for, like, $70 or some crazy shit like that. Like, yeah, I was like, all right, y'all are off the fucking goop, because, like, it would be a little funny to own all the humongous games on Switch, but I don't want to spend more than, like, maybe $30 on that, because I'm gonna futz around with them for, like, 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm 29 years old. You know?
Right. But there is a space for the edutainment game, I would say.
For sure. For sure.
I mean, hell, people still play Typing of the Dead.
Yeah. Typing of the Dead, there's Typing of the Dead arcade machine where I work. It's pretty cool. It's only in Japanese, though, so it's a little weird, but you can kind of map it to it, because the way that, like, the keyboard is set up. Like, say the word was Amaterasu. It's basically just like you press A for A and then ma, like ma ter, like T, like that. It's not that hard to parse, but it is kind of weird.
Right.
You have to think about it for like a millisecond longer than you would just like using an English keyboard, basically. And so that definitely like slows you down a bit when you're trying to get the high scores and all that. But it's still just like, you know, it's cool. All right. And our other question is from Jellobuster, who asks, John and Mav, what games have you played that you don't think your co-host has that you think they would really enjoy? That's a fun question.
Shit.
Let's think.
I mean, my main thing will still be, you should give Trails a shot. You should give East a shot.
Those are on my lists for sure. Like, yeah, like as soon as everyone is telling me, like, if you like Xenoblade, you will like Trails. And so that's all I need to hear. Like, I know you love them. I know Rose loves them. I know a lot of people love those games. So that is a recommendation that is it is not falling on deaf ears, I guess I would say.
Yeah. What else have I been like? Well, freaking Hi-Fi Rush, whenever you get to that.
Yeah, that's another one where I'm kind of just dragging my feet on that one for sure.
Yeah, no, that is definitely up your alley if you haven't already hit it.
Okay, you know, I'm looking at my older games here to see if there's anything fun I could throw at you. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm just like looking over here and it's just calling to me. Have you ever played Tatsunoko vs. Capcom?
I, like, meddled with it for a second.
Okay, I was just gonna say, for some reason, I'm just like, maybe I just want to play fighting games with you. I'm just like, I don't know, maybe we could figure out, like, loading up Dolphin and playing Tatsunoko vs. Capcom on that or something. That could be fun.
Yeah, sometime. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see. You've messed with Hypnospace before, right?
So, I haven't. Not yet. Which, again, I should.
That's an easy one.
That is an easy one, yeah. I bet I would dig that. I feel like you would like Strange Journey, maybe?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
That's definitely one I gotta figure out.
Yeah. Oh man, how much did I even talk at all about Metal Saga? Man, you know what? That might be my fucking pick for you. Actually, my big one, Metal Saga. I bought that shit from a game convention a couple weeks ago. PS2 game. It's I don't know if you're familiar with the Metal Max series. You might have maybe at least heard of that.
Nah, this looks all pretty fresh.
Okay. So, it was Japan only for like a really long time, and then they finally brought one over on the PS2, and they called it Metal Saga for whatever reason. And it's very bizarre, but it's a very open world RPG where basically you just start up and you just gotta find a tank to roll around in because you're supposed to just have tanks. You and your party have their own tanks that you go around in, and it's just a very like off-kilter, weird. It's not really story-based at all. It's mostly just like a bunch of like random bullshit happening, but it's just got a lot of cool gimmicks to it, and a lot of really neat little like just some pretty advanced like modern concepts that I think are really cool. I think they brought a couple more out over here. I think I know that they started releasing them over here just as Metal Max. Like I think there's one on Switch or something. But it's cool. I definitely want to keep playing that. Like that was something that when I bought that CRT, I'm really excited. Like once I get that all set up and I get my fucking PS2 fixed and everything, I definitely want to play more of it because it is just really cool and it is super weird, and those are the kinds of PS2 games that I want to play. I just want to play weird, cool, new, off the shits PS2 games. That's what I like.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at it now. You probably would be down for like Spark the Electric Jester.
I bet.
I mean, for Game of the Year, I showed you and everyone else the fucking ending to Spark 3.
It was off the shits. It was really good.
Yeah. So that's definitely one. I downloaded, still need to try it out, so I can't fully recommend this, but Rhapsody: A Musical Adventure, a tactics RPG.
Yeah, maybe. I
gotta see how I feel about it, honestly, before I like go fully in, but you know, it's in the pre-Disgaea section of that like developer. Right. Is it just Atlas? Is it just fully Atlas? I forget if
it's not Atlas. It's Nisa. It's Nipponichi Soft. Yeah.
And so just like an earlier installment of what that whole vibe is before
right
going full Disgaea. I don't know. It seems neat. Maybe it's up both our collective alleys. Not too sure. Maybe.
Have you played Muramasa?
I don't think I have. Is that the
Vanillaware? It's the Vanillaware
Wii game. No, I remember the X-Play review or like showcase of it.
Right.
So that's why I have it at least in the back of my head. But no, that definitely feels like one.
It's sick.
I'd be
really
down for.
Good. It's really, really cool. I still think that's the best Vanillaware game in my humble opinion.
Yeah.
I didn't get that far into I only played a wee bit of Dragon's Crown though. Maybe if I played more of it, but I do really love Muramasa a whole lot. And if they ported that to Switch, that would be a very good day.
You ever play Omnibus?
Omnibus?
Very stupid game, but what if you were a bus and you had to do platforming? But it's like fun.
I haven't, but that sounds really good.
Yeah,
look at this fucking bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty into this. Well, if
it has a very like Frog Fractions adjacent feel, I would say.
Wow, for $7,500, I can get the game, the soundtrack, and a real bus. And the bus is in Austin, so I could. That's an easy pickup.
That's pretty much a good deal right there.
I mean, I don't know if this is still available.
Ah, damn.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking.
It's real and limited to one.
It's real and limited to one. This is a Devolver. Oh, it's a Devolver Digital thing. They're around here. I should figure out if I could just be like, hey, yo, what's going on, Devolver? Can we be friends?
Hello, Mr. Devolver. I'm not a big fan of your press releases, but I do like the games that use outsource.
Yeah, basically. Don't make me watch your E3 showcases.
I mean, they're still doing... Oh my god, you know what I forgot just happened this week?
What?
Danger-esque.
That's fucking right. I keep forgetting about it. I should just buy it right now just so I have it. Yeah, there's a new fucking Danger-esque game right now for $8. The Rumisode Triangulate. Yeah, I just gotta buy this shit. Oh my god. Yeah, like new Homestar Runner game. They put out a fucking they put another game out. Like, when did this happen? There's a Halloween hide and seek game on here too. I didn't even know they put that out.
Oh, yeah, that was about, like, a while ago. I remember that was, like, some sort of a thing a few Halloweens back.
Well, it's on Steam now, too, so there you go.
Yeah, and they probably, like, expanded it.
Damn, alright. I mean, hell yeah. Like,
I'm trying to think. You've done Celeste, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Celeste is really good.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about, like, the basics in case anything, like, passed this up that way.
Yeah.
But... no, that's about it. I mean, this just means I need to play more games to be able to recommend.
Mm-hmm. You know what? There's a lot of very good games, and I love experiencing them, and I love sharing recommendations, and I love to hear recommendations. So, folks, like, honestly, even if you're just some fucking rando, you've never spoken before, you know. You can come at me and be like, John, I've listened to however fucking many episodes of this podcast that are out now. I think I know something that you dig. Just let me know. Just same with, I mean, I can't say the same for everyone else, but I know that I would be okay with it if you were just like, hey, here's this weird PS2 game I think you'd like. Because the next time I go to a game convention and it's there for like $30, there you go. That's how you do it. All right, well, Maverick, is there anything else that you wish to discuss before we are done?
Anything I want to discuss? No, not really.
All right. I'm good too. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do want to play more Pikmin. I want to go play Pikmin.
I've been cracking open the Venture Brothers today, so I'm ready to get back to that.
Fucking A. All right. You can talk about that on the anime pod. No.
Talk about that whenever. Talk to me about that on the Discord.
Yeah. No, yeah. And yeah, if you want to talk to Maverick about Venture Brothers or me about games or whatever the hell, yeah, we have our Discord server, thegamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight there. But there's other places you can find us on the actual website, which is gamesline.net. We've got stuff going on sometimes. We've all been pretty busy lately, I'm not going to lie, but hopefully things are going to settle down a little bit and we'll be able to do some more stuff. Our Twitter is at @thegamesline. We will continue to tweet until the site dies, if it does. Our Tumblr is gamesline.tumblr.com, and then you put /ask to send us questions for the podcast. This one, as well as any other ones that we will be recording in the future. Facebook.com/gamesline, YouTube.com/thegamesline, Twitch.tv/gameslinetv. I'm sure Scott will stream something eventually. That is what Scott does. And if you want to support us on Patreon, it's patreon.com/gamesline. $3 a month will get you access to Unlimited Railworks, our anime podcast that Maverick and I do with Rose and Elvie. You'll get that a whole week early. And you also get The Clothes Line, which is the wrestling podcast that Maverick you do with Scott and Franny and Lorelei, right?
Occasionally. Right. Whenever the wrestleheads in our group can get together for stuff. Which might be soonish. The G1 Climax just finished. Mm-hmm. So that might be a chance for us to go over matches and, get a feel for how that all went out. And did figure out the finals for it, though. And let's say I am amped. I feel vindicated.
Rock and roll. And yeah, you'll get the clothesline from the Patreon. That is not an early one. You have to be a patron to listen to that one. So
patrons only.
Patrons only. And thank you to Melt Channel / Magic Circuit for theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Maverick, where can people find you?
People can find me on Twitter over at Maverick Drifter, and you can find me on Blue Sky, just Maverick.
On Twitter, I'm at JOHN_MICHONSKI. And I guess I'm also on Blue Sky. I don't really use it, that much. I look at it like every day, but I don't know what to post on that shit. Maybe if I get more followers, I'll post more on there. I don't know. I'm on. It's just John Machon. Yeah, there you go. And that's it. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We will be back next week with another episode of the Gamesline podcast. So long.